Hi guys, thanks for coming. So tonight we will build a simple API. We will using PHP 7. So make sure your machine already installed with PHP 7. Okay. Besides that, you need to make sure that you have already installed Visual Studio Code, Postman, and MEM. Okay. So I assume you all already understand about basic uh, in fundamental of PHP, MySQL, and also JSON. So what we will do is we will create a simple CRUD API. So which is it's a kind of to-do list API. So you can create, update, read, delete. Okay. So create, read, update, delete. So actually they have we will build a starting with a configuration file and then the connection file. We will connecting to database, which is we will using MySQL. Then we will create a task API, which is the endpoint. The create get all tasks, uh, get task details, update task, read, and then lastly will be delete task. Okay, so what you need to do right now is we need to start our the web server here. Okay, so I think you ready. Start. Okay, task. Sorry. Okay, so make sure you can open your local host once you started your own web server. This one. Okay, so make sure they have a default is Apache server, but mine I'm changed into Nginx server, then MySQL server. So make sure both turn green into green color lah, right? So just want to check your either you can uh, enter the PHP my admin, so you can create your own your database here. So okay, let me drop this database first. Okay, so first thing first, you need to create a database. Okay, so click here, databases tab, then on inside database name, type to do list. Okay, so our database name is to do list. Then after that, you need to click create button here. All right. Okay. So our our local host will be so your own local server lah. So because MEM, I'm using MEM and install in my Mac Apple machine. So the URL will be localhost port number 888. Okay. All right. So let's say if you have any question, you just ask in the chat box. Okay. Okay. So after that, we need to create a table called task. So how to create is you need to create on the class SQL tab. Okay, then we need to type a query. So we're not using GUI, so we're using SQL query. So how to do that is type create table. So your table name task. Okay, then open bracket. So there will be 5 attributes, which is task ID, name, description, date created, and date updated. So task ID will be uh, the ID for task table. So automatically we will set as a primary key. Yeah. So data type will be integer. So length we set into 11. So is the primary key must you need to have you need to put some value, but you need actually is auto generate, so no need to worry about that. Okay, so auto increment, so we will be auto increment every time a new record comes in. Then name. Okay, so name varchar. So the data type will be a string. So length I set into 250. Okay, so not null. Okay. Then description. This one also the data type is string. So varchar, but the length is around 500. Okay, so it's a mandatory, not optional. Then date created. Then the data type will be timestamp. So in timestamp there will be a combination between date and time. So that's why I call date time. Then we set to not null. Okay. And date created, date updated. Okay. So final attribute. So date time not null. Okay. Then we set our primary key here. So primary key will be task ID. Okay, close bracket. And we set engine InnoDB. Right. So set default. Just set. So Latin 1 auto. Okay, so we will start with number 1. Okay, once done, you need to click go button here. Okay, so if you want to check is it successful or not, click structure, then this is your table. Okay, so task ID, name, description, date created, date updated. Okay, so this is your data type. Okay, so this is it can be null or not. So I set all must be mandatory. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So once done, you need to open Visual Studio Code here. Okay. So click File, then Open. Okay. So you need to create new folder. So I name it as to do list dash API. You can name it anything, but for this tutorial I just name as to do list dash API. Okay, so once done, create, then open. So no questions so far. All right. Okay, so click new file because we want to create a configuration file for the database. So because before we connect into database, we need to create a special configuration file lah. So we will store the username, password, the database name, and the server name, which is uh, the local host by default. So we name it as confdb underscore config.php. Alright. Sorry. Here's a folder. Create new file. Sorry. Okay. So db underscore config.php. Okay. So you need to set a new PHP tag. Sorry. Okay. So you need to create a new page, open PHP tag. Then you need to define constant value for database username, database password, database name, and then the database, the DB server. Alright, so define DB user. So mine is default. I'm using root. Okay, and the second we set default password. Not default password, the database password. I think mine is using root also. Okay. Because I'm using mem, so both will be root. If them, I think on the for the DB password, just leave it blank. If not mistaken, maybe we can try first. Then DB database. So DB database, right? So what's our database name? So to do list, right? Okay, just name it to do list. Okay, and define your DB server. So DB server will be DB not DB localhost. Okay. So once done, you can close this file. Some people need to want to put close tag, right, like this. Okay. Some people like me, I don't want to put close tag, so it's up to you. Okay. So close, then create a new file for connect DB connection, database connection. We name it as db connect.php. Okay. Right. So what we need to do right now is we will create a class named db connect. So this class, they have a constructor, which is the constructor will connect to database. Also they have a this constructor. Okay, so first constructor, second destructor, which is we closing the database connection. So inside the construct, okay, so we will run we using MySQL command to connect with the database. Okay, so we try do this first. Okay, so open tag PHP, then class db connect. Okay, so create function. So this is your constructor. Okay, construct. Right. And this connect. So later on we will create the connect method for connect function inside db connect class. So function. So this is your destructor. Destruct. Okay. So you can close this. Close. Okay. Then we create a connect method. Okay. So connect. So we will import the database connection variables, which is this one. We will import all the variables here inside this file. So how to do that? We type require once. Okay. So require once. Then db config.php. Okay. Then we connecting to MySQL database. Okay, so based on previous PHP version, which is PHP 5, so we will using MySQL Connect. But for PHP 7, we will using MySQLi underscore connect. So on MySQL I connect. So previously they have no I here. So previous connect. So DB server. Okay. DB user. DB password. Okay. Then we connect here. If error, if cannot connect, so we will throw an error. So we type or die MySQL I connect underscore error. Okay, that's it. Okay, alright. Then we will select the database. So db MySQLi select db. Okay, then we take the variable here. So that db database. Okay, or let's say if cannot find the database, we throw an error. So MySQLi connect error. Okay, that's all. And we return the connection. That's it. Okay. Then we create a close method. So we want to close the database connection. So function close. Okay. Then MySQL I close this. Okay, that's all. So save and close this file. So do you have any questions so far? Okay, no question. Okay, so what's next? So we will try to create a new record into your database. Okay, so first thing you need to set you need to allow the course origin. Okay, so how to do that? So we create new file and name it as script dot php. Okay, then open tag, open php tag, set header. So header access control allow origin. Okay. And we allow all. Okay, so all access, right? So second header, so this one we want to allow all methods access to this file. So access control allow, okay, methods. So methods get, okay, put, post, delete, options. Okay, but for this tutorial we're just using two methods only, so just get and post. This is not a fully RESTful API standard, which is, if let's say if using Laravel, if you want to create a new record, we using post method. If read, get method. If when you want to update, so use put method. For if you want to delete certain records, so you need to use delete method. Okay, so once done, okay, after header, so header access control allow headers. Okay, so this is your content type. Okay, content type and content range. Okay, then your content but most of the time we're just using this one, the content type. Okay, so, okay, so the content this position, content description. Okay, then we, okay, type for header. So for header, okay, so content type, application JSON. Okay, okay, so next we will create an array for JSON response. So JSON response, so that response array. Okay, so if you don't know how to create an array, I suggest after this just they have a lot of refreshers on the internet. You can try to learn from the any website that teach you how to use the fundamental of PHP. Okay, so I'm not covered for the refresher. Okay, then we create a post data, which will be a post method. Okay, So post data. Okay. So JSON decode. Okay, so what happened here is, what if later on we will test this API endpoint for create tasks on the Postman, because we cannot test on your own browser. So using Postman, then on the we send the request through JSON format. So from the JSON format, we using so we send through post method using post method. Then using JSON decode, so we will extract the JSON data into partial. So we will cut the data into, let's say, they send name and description. So we will assign for each variables. So we do this first for more understanding. So file get content. So in, okay, so PHP input. Okay, so this is where you will receive the JSON data. So true. Okay, then we will we need to extract to this variable. So name, so post data name. Okay, then description. For date created and updated, you don't need to worry about, because we were using now function to get current timestamp. Okay, our post data description. Right. Okay, then after that we need to check either this variable there's value or not. Okay, so how to check is we using isset. Okay, isset name, then we call n. So we want to check name variable has value and description variable has value. So both must have the value. So both must have the values. If don't have, we will go to the next, which is else. So this, let's say if condition true, then we run inside this statement. If false, we will skip to else. So is set description. Okay, so let's say if true, so we run inside this block. If not true, which is false, we will run inside it. So we will tell the script to mention user or put some response message. So you need to put some value there. Alright. Okay. Then once again you need to require the DB connect class. So we want to connect with the database. So dir db connect.php. Okay. Alright. So we need to connect to database. So this one we will just import the DB connect class. So here we will start connecting. So DB DB new DB connect. Okay, then we run the MySQL query. So we try to insert new row, new record. So result MySQLi query. Okay, then we we call connect class. So db connect. Alright. So here we will run our query. So insert into task table. So name. Okay. So we need to call all the attributes. So name, description, date created, and date updated. We no need to put task ID because it's auto generated. Okay, so no need to worry about it. Then set the values here. So values. Okay, so you want to call the variable name, right? So you need to put single quote. So name. Okay. Description. Okay. So here the fun part. So we need to call now function. So we will put the current timestamp for date created and date updated. Now, okay. I think that's all. Okay. So once that, okay, you need to check either the record successfully entered or not, successfully recorded, okay, or saved, stop. Okay, so we check if, let's say, the condition is true. Okay, then we run here. We run this inside this block. If not successful, we go to this block, right? Then response. So we said there are two array. Okay, so we will set the response success 1, and then message we told to we set to the response task successfully created for message. So success 1. Okay, then response success for message. Okay, message task successfully created. Okay, alright. So let's say if fail, oh sorry, you need to echo the response. So echo, so JSON. So we need to change it to JSON format. Okay, in JSON response. So JSON encode response. Right. So if fail, you just copy this one and paste it here. So we set into 0. So we set the error message. So oops, and error occurred. That's all. Okay. Right. So let's say this there are no values for both variables, so we need to put it into response. So paste here. Okay. Then success we set 0. Then required fields is missing. So required fields is missing. That's all. Right. So once done, you go to URL here and type to do this dash API, because your folder name right here. Okay, so to do list API slash dash API. So enter. Okay, so type create task PHP. Okay, so required fields is missing. So but on your browser we can test only get method. So if you want to test post method, you need to use postman. Okay, so copy this, open your postman. So let's say if you have any questions, you just ask. Okay, so this is your URL. So try, click send. See, required fields missing. Okay, so then you need to send in JSON format. So okay, so click. Okay, I click this. So body. So you select body and row. So if you want to play safe, just select JSON application. So JSON application JSON. So for JSON format, you need to have they need to have a pairing. So which is there must be a pair of key and value. That if one value or if one pair, one data, so no need to have separate comma. If let's say you have multiple values, multiple pairs, so let's say for multiple data. Okay, so first data, second data, so you need to separate by comma. Okay, so let's say they have a multiple data, right? So name, sorry, need to start, right? So you need to put a key here. So key, so your name is let's say breakfast. Okay, so separate by comma, then description. Okay, so these keys I get it from, actually you want to match with this one, because they will catch here, right, for name and description. Okay, so description, okay. So then you need, once you satisfied with your request, so this is your request here, in this box is your response, so click send. Okay, so therefore required fields missing. Okay, we need to check what's the problem here. Suppose I'm not sure if you successfully created, because mine I cannot create any record yet. Okay, maybe they have some mistakes here, because it's throw an error here, because no values for name and description. Okay, so we need to check first. So name, description. So what? So maybe we can check the value, right? Okay, so maybe so create task, so to do list API. Okay, because I cannot enter. Do you notice any problem here? Okay, right. It's okay. Hmm. So maybe some silly mistakes here. Okay, because there are no value at all. Hmm. All right. So maybe I try to remove this and to check whether it's read from this file or not. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, yeah. So maybe we need to check here. Undefined variable post data. All right. So I'm undefined post data. Oh, missing T here. Oh, silly mistake. Okay. So you need to put T here. All right. Then click send. Task successfully created. Okay. So we need to check in our database, and boom. Yes, this is our new record. So task ID. So auto generate start with 1. So breakfast nasi lemak. Okay, so this is the current time stamp. So is it correct? Yeah, it's correct. 100% correct. So do you have any questions so far before we proceed to get all tasks? All right, no question. So okay, so close. No need to close first. So create a new file, right? So what we need to do now is we need to get all tasks. So how we need to get all tasks, all records from the database. Okay, so type get. We name the file get all tasks. Okay, .php. Then you need to copy all the header here. Copy all the headers. Open PHP tag. Okay. Then you need to, like usual, you need to create an array. So okay. Then you need to import the connection class. So require once, but you can get from here. Sorry, not this one, but this one. So you can create the DB connect. Okay. Okay. So we need to, like usual, create an array for JSON response. Then we import the DB connect class. Then we connecting to DB. Then we run our query here. So result MySQLi query, then db connect. Okay, so select all from task table. Okay. So check. So if we want to check is it empty result or not. So if not empty, okay, we try type this first. So MySQLi num so result. Okay. Result. We want to check the record more than one, more than zero. If more than zero, which is there for records. If no, so we set else. So we run inside else here if no records. Okay. Okay. Then we need create a task node. So response task. Okay. So array. Okay. So you need to loop all the results. So while, okay, so while row MySQLi, okay, then fetch array. Okay. Result. Okay, so we set a temporary task array. So task array. Okay, then task. So this is with s. This one no s. So task task id. So I think it's better standard. Make it standardized. So task id row. Okay, row task id. Then create task name, row name, and task description. Okay, row description. Okay, then they created. Oh, sorry. Task date created. Okay, row date created. Task date updated. So date updated. Sorry, updated. Okay. Okay. So once done, you need to push all this into response array here. You need to push all all of this into this. So how to do that? Need to array push response. Okay. Task. Actually, not this one. This one. So all this you need to push it here. Not here. Here. Okay. Okay. Too many Chrome notification. So task. So task here, this one, right? Okay, so if success, we need to, like usual, set our response. So response success 1. Okay, then we need to print out. So JSON include response. That's all. Okay, if let's say no, I mean no record at all. Okay, so because this one they have records, right? So if no record, just set success 0 and response message. Okay, so set no task found. Okay, save. Then we run here, get all tasks. Okay, get all tasks. Oh, sorry. No task found. Okay, so I think there's a error here. So we need to check. So try copy paste. So maybe something wrong. So object class. Okay, 16. So there's an error 16. Okay. So this is the error. Okay. So I already create a array for JSON response. I think so. Okay. So result MySQL query. Okay. So do you have? Can you get the result, guys? Do you have any questions so far? No. Okay. No questions. All right. I see. I think it's a mistake here because it actually needs MySQL number. Oh, here. I think 16. Supposedly like this. Okay. So let's say we try to load. Alright. So we can get all tasks. Okay. So try run on Postman here. Right. Okay. So we try to create, try push another two records. So we want to check the differences. So breakfast, lunch, nasi ayam, so send. Okay. Then dinner, nasi uh, nasi uh, nasi 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 kerabu. Okay, send. Okay, then we get all tasks here and send. So we get all the tasks, all the records. Okay, refresh. See, here's our result. Okay, do you have any questions so far? No questions. Alright. So far so good. Okay. So next we try get a specific we retrieve specific record, okay, based on task ID. So we need to create a new file. Okay. So just name it as get task details. Okay. So get task details dot php. Okay. So PHP open tag. Okay. Then copy. Think can start copy this one. Okay. Try copy all. Okay. So this is your header like usually, and then we create array for JSON response. Then we include the DB connect class here. Then we connect thing to database. And post data. They can get. I think it is the same. This one. I think just copy this one. Okay. So we extract. Then we create new variable called task ID. And post data task ID. Okay. So then we check is the variable has value or not. Is it empty? So it's set. Okay. So task ID. So let's say got value, then run inside here. So if false, let's say no value. So we put it put a message here. So we tell is required missing. Okay. So we run our query. So result MySQLi query db connect. Okay. Select all from task. Okay, the table task table. Then we check where. So which record, which ID. So let's say if the task ID 1, so we will get this record, this object. Alright, so task ID. So task ID. Okay. So we want to check is it empty, they got record or not. Okay. So check empty. If not empty, okay, if the data has the record, so result. Okay. So if not, check. We run here. Else. Okay. Okay. So I think this also want to check either empty record or not. So MySQLi numbers. So result. Okay. So if more than one, which is for record here. Okay. So I think automatically just only one record because based on ID, right? So result. MySQLi fetch array. Okay, result. Alright, and thus array. Okay, and check task ID. Okay, task ID result task ID. Okay, so we repeat same thing. So task name result name, then goes to description. Okay, so result description, and date created, result date created. Okay. So task date updated result date updated. Okay, then put success response. Okay, then we create a user node here. So response task. I think no need to have S because I recommend just no S. So array. Then we push. Okay, we push this into this. Okay, so array push response task okay, then we print out the response. So echo JSON equal response. That's it. So let's say if no record, so which is no task found. Okay, so set like usual, set success 0. Okay. Then response message required field is missing. I think it's not, sorry, it's not missing here, because missing is we want to check this one is saying is no record, right? So I think for required field missing is suitable, is the correct one is here. So this one we just check because no record, right? So better we set no task found. Okay, no task found. Then don't forget to print out the response. Okay. Then we check. So get. So what's meaning get task details? Get task details dot php. So enter. See they file required field missing, right? So because no task ID. So task ID. So let's say if no record, okay. So the record is 1, 2, 3, right? So we try 4. Okay. So try 4. So task ID 1. Okay, something wrong. I think an issue here. I'm not sure which part. So error message. Undefined index. Task ID 15. Task ID. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. This one cannot use get method here. So we need to use post method. Okay, so silly mistake. So using this one, get task details. So body, you send task ID. Okay, so we try 1, record 1, right? Number task ID 1. Okay, so send no task found. Okay, so no task found. So actually they for record ni. So why no task found? Got task ID 1, 2, 3, right? So task ID no task found. I quite weird. So why it happened? So more than 0. Task ID. Okay. We try to check which part is what's the issue here. So can you get the response? Okay. Do you have okay. So task detail db connect post data task ID. Right. Because there are no record so far, but I'm using task ID 1. If I think if 2 shows return same response. Okay, so what's the issue here? I think it's the error is what's happened around here. So we need to check which the issue actually come, the cause of the issue. Okay, here the script detect the task ID. Okay, so we try to check the value here. So echo task ID So 2. Okay, so it detects as 2. So why there are no records so far? Okay, so they throw inside here. So maybe I can check through here. So try to echo something for test. Okay, so it's actually cannot is checked as empty. So the result db connect select or from task where no wonder it's a silly mistake again. Is no as task ID. Alright. Okay, so send, see, this is the response. Okay, so do you have any questions so far? No questions. Okay, we can proceed next. Okay, what we trying to do now? There are two API endpoint we need to complete. So update task and delete task. So for update, maybe the code is quite long. So we try create a new file. So name it as update task. So create new file. Update task. The PHP. So copy the header. Okay, together with the response. So copy and okay. So the header array for just one response. Then copy this line of code. Then we try to separate task ID, name, and description. So task ID. So post data task ID. Okay. Then we okay. So name description. Right. Then we check the value, is it null or not. The all three variables is set task ID, okay, and is set name, and is set description. Okay, so let's say no, if one of the variables no value, so we return, we show response required fields is missing. So we can get this one. So just copy it and put it here. Okay, right. Okay, then we import the class, the db connect class once again. Okay, right. then we connecting to database. So db new db connect. Okay, then we run the query here, right? So result MySQLi query db connect update task set. So we need to run a query update task set name. Okay, then the variable name here. Okay, right, and description. Description. Okay, then we update date updated, and we call now function. Okay, so where task id that's all. Okay, so you want to check either is it updated or not. Okay, so if result, okay, so response, so I think just copy here. So we need to check set 1 task successfully updated. So do you have any questions so far? You can ask. Okay, so update task. So update task. So task I want to update lunch nasi ayam. Okay, I want to change nasi ayam into nasi penyet. Okay, so separate by comma, put name, lunch, supper lah. Okay, supper, description. Nasi penyet. Okay, so same. Start successfully updated. So try refresh. So lunch nasi ayam we change into nasi penyet. See? Okay. So you have any questions so far? No question. Alright. So we will move to final API endpoint, which is the delete task. Okay. So create a new file. Call it as delete underscore task for PHP. Okay. Then copy all of this. Okay, until task ID. So header, array for just on response. Okay, like open PHP open tag, and this. Okay, I think this one just same mechanism. So if let's say is set no value, right? So task ID, then we return we return else no required field missing. So copy here. Okay. Alright. Okay. So once done, you need to import DB Connect class like usual. Again and again, I think just copy this one. Okay. So import and connect with the database. Then we run our query. Okay, so result. So MySQLi query. Okay, then we call the db connect. Okay, then delete. So delete statement from the query. So task where task id. Okay, then so let's say you want to check either the record deleted or not, right? Okay, so type if result. Okay, so then set else. Okay, so let's say if successfully deleted, we mention they are deleted. If not, we set no task found. So just copy and paste here. So, okay, same like this one. Okay. So set 1, so 0. So task successfully deleted. Okay, this one no task found. Let's say nothing delete, right? So no task found. Okay, so delete task. So only task ID we need to put so far. So delete task. Okay, so let's say I try put task ID uh, that not existed inside the database. Okay, so for okay send. Okay, no task found because they are not task ID 4. Okay, what if I try to delete task ID 2. Okay, there's an error. Supposedly error. Supposedly they got some error message here. No task found. Okay. So we need to check again which part is the issue. Okay, so there's a task found is not cannot be deleted. So task ID 2 task found. So what's the issue here? Can you try delete the record? I think this same mistake. So task ID, yeah. Okay, task has been deleted. So fresh. See, it's already deleted. Okay. So do you have any questions so far? Okay, no question. Okay. So I think that's all for our tutorial today. So if you are interested with for the future training, just let me know what kind of tutorial you want to know. Then I will uh, post in. I will let you know to make sure you know for the next tutorial. Just you need to subscribe to my channel and enable the bell so you can get a future notification from my channel. Okay, So thanks for watching and good night.